EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 30.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Baker Mayfield.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Throwing, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Cyber it on for the point after.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
On the return, the Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
6-0 our score after one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Block working out of the gun. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 45 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to roam now. Bring it! And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 83 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Block on the give. It's Lindsay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
That'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Locke. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd down and 15.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Locke. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 3-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time when they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Browns 19.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football.
The
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Launch pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches.
So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback, and so he gets completion here. Congratulations. Keep coming at it, and hopefully it pays off by the end of the game that you're starting to get to him while still able to cover on the back end.
On first down, Locke. Out quickly to Judy. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown. Philip Lindsay. As the first half is winding down, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Beckham, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Broncos are going to get the football. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Second half starts with a run by Lindsay. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want, but I will have to say, I think the #1 thing he does best is tackle.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
A 5-yard gain on the
first down Broncos as Locke finds Judy. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Locke. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
Locke's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 3rd and 2, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down.
Broncos.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
1st and goal.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
The tackle made back at the 3-yard line.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
13.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This now a chance at the very least to burn some clock following that 4th down stop. Points would be ideal as they certainly wouldn't mind some breathing room. It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10.
What a play. What a play.
All the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 97 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, That's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing again. Block. He'll let this go deep for... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown.
Cortland Sutton, 65 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Browns 25, Broncos 20. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. A tackle made by Todd Davis. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now, trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Chubb, and he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Spencer on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One final try for Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come. It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have coverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Chargers.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
Taylor's pass.
7 yards, the pick. Up on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Three yards remain for 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. This is caught by Williams. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Ty Long set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Broncos nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. He's got a 1st down past the 30. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, LA! Austin Eckler, 84 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Locking the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ball carrier.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
That's good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
Jerry Tillery.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. 2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 20.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, Taylor. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the 1st half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And Allen's got it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Draw play, it's Eckler. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the 1st half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Extra point.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 7. 1st down, Denver. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a 2nd down and 6. Shotgun snap to Locke. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's Eckler again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17.
After the turnover, here's Locke. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Complete. Hunter Henry with the ground. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Chargers.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
It's Williams on the catch. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Taylor a handoff. It's Eckler. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They get the 1st. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Chargers.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaac Yedem picks it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Chargers 21, Broncos 14. Brandon McManus to kick.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard
line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here is Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I know I'm not breaking